God, I can't. I'm so sorry.
I still remember the exact second my entire world broke. The stunned silence in that elegant Munich restaurant. The velvet ring box shaking in my hand. Elsa's wide, panicked eyes darting toward the exit before she bolted without a single word. Not a no, not a I'm sorry, just the sound of her heels as she ran out of my life. What she didn't know then was simple. You can run from a proposal, but you cannot outrun consequences. Not when the man you betrayed is determined, resourceful, and has 5 long years to let the wound harden into purpose. In 1980, Germany was a divided country, and I was a naive 22-year-old dreaming of a bright future. I was young, hopeful, and ridiculously in love. Elsa Vogel was my first great love, the one I believed would also be my last. We spent countless afternoons on Munich park benches, planning a life we thought was guaranteed. 3 children, a house in the countryside, Italian summers by the sea. She swore I was kind, honest, faithful, everything her ex-boyfriend, Klaus Schreiber, was not. I trusted her completely. I believed every word. That trust cost me everything. When I proposed after a year of saving for a ring that took 3 months' salary, she left me kneeling on the floor in front of strangers. By the time I stood again, my life had split in 2. A week later, I learned the truth. She had rekindled her relationship with Klaus months earlier. The night I proposed, they fled Germany together. To America, to a new life she had planned while lying beside me. The humiliation was unbearable. The betrayal was consuming. I drank myself into oblivion that night, and something inside me hardened into cold resolve. You will pay for this, I whispered into the darkness, but I didn't chase her. Not yet. I rebuilt myself first. 5 years later, the Joseph Brandt she had abandoned no longer existed. I had molded myself into someone stronger physically, mentally, emotionally. I turned my family's manufacturing company into a powerhouse. I trained at a boxing gym until rage became discipline. I transformed my pain into fuel. Then, by chance or fate, I met the man who would help me execute the most intricate revenge of my life, a stage dancer named Beno, handsome, charming, and damaged in familiar ways. He understood betrayal. I offered him a deal, enough money to reinvent himself anywhere he wished in exchange for his talent. Not intimacy, just the power of persuasion, charm, and emotional manipulation. He agreed. Within weeks, Benno became Benjamin Weber, the son of a German banker, an Oxford-educated art dealer, polished, magnetic, and perfectly engineered to capture Elsa's attention. By 1988, Elsa and Klaus were living together in a brownstone in New York. She worked at an art gallery. He worked in finance. They appeared stable, comfortable, content. It made my stomach turn. Benno infiltrated her world with precision. Chance encounters at her gallery, charming conversations, shared nostalgia for Germany. Slowly she began to respond. She smiled at him, sought him out, confided in him. She even kissed him, her decision, not his. Every step of her emotional betrayal mirrored what she had done to me years ago. Except this time, I controlled the script. When Valentine's Day arrived, the final act began. Benno invited her to a private dinner at his hotel suite. Rose petals, candlelight, champagne, everything romantic and intimate, everything I had once prepared for her. She walked into that room willingly. She kissed him willingly. And that was when I summoned Klaus. A single anonymous call, a hotel room number, a warning to see the truth for himself. Minutes later, Klaus arrived, enraged, pounding on the door. I opened it calmly. His face twisted in disbelief when he recognized me. Joseph? Elsa stumbled out of the bedroom, her dress disheveled, realizing too late what had happened. Then Benno revealed the truth. He was an actor hired to play a part. Her part, Klaus's part. My part. The shock on their faces, the horror, the betrayal, it was everything Elsa had once made me feel. Violence broke out, shouting, accusations, denials, glass shattering. Another relationship crumbling. I watched it all with grim calm. When it was over, I told them the truth. I hadn't come for blood. I had come for closure, for symmetry, for justice. For 5 years you lived peacefully, I told Elsa. For 5 years I lived with your ghost. Then I walked out, leaving them in the ruins they had built. But revenge, I learned, does not heal everything. I rebuilt my life in Germany, grew the business, found love again with my wife, Helena, raised children, and created a future grounded not in anger, but in purpose. Benno built his own life in Spain and found peace in art. Years later, Klaus died alone, destroyed by his own choices. Elsa's life unraveled into mental illness and institutional care until her quiet death. Their endings did not satisfy me. They saddened me. Life had already punished them in ways I never could. I grew old. My anger evaporated. I became a husband, a father, a grandfather. My heart healed slowly, quietly, through years of purpose and love. When my grandson asked how to get revenge on a girl who broke his heart, I told him the truth. The best revenge is to live well. Build a life so full that the pain becomes a distant memory. Now, as I watch the sunset over my garden, I understand a truth I never could have grasped at 22. Revenge may close a chapter, but only living well writes a new one. Thank you for listening.